Hi.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
First of all, are you happy with the point?
Yeah. I would have been happier with 3, but I think given kind of the context of the game and obviously season opener at the Emirates in front of a big crowd, I think people have to understand what that does to players. It's a big game. It feels almost like a final. The pitch is very big, and of course, I think we have to be fairly content. Know that there's areas that we can work on for sure. The exciting thing for me is actually I don't think we're at our best. Far from it today. So that excites me really because I think this team can really, if they can do that and still be off colour and still come away with a point, then I think that's a real positive.
Yeah, you mentioned there perhaps some things you can work on. It felt like you was maybe a little bit isolated at times. Was that something that you
No, I wouldn't say isolated. I think in our build-up, she was potentially a little bit low, trying to help the team. We just needed to kind of trust a little bit more our in-possession positions a little bit. I think the intention of the girls is good because they're just trying to help the teammates on the ball, and actually staying away and staying in positions is going to be more important. And then our pressing was off by about half a metre in every single situation. So we conceded a lot of ground. We had to run back towards our goal quite a bit. Arsenal never really exploited that. So could have been different coming in more maybe at 1-0 at half time, but they never really opened up and gave us a problem in that sense. And then I didn't feel we started the second half that great either, but we score from Jess and then have opportunities after that. I think that's where we started to see us a little bit more in that final kind of half an hour. And we had opportunities there to further our lead, I'm sure.
And it just felt inevitable that Viv was going to score on her return here as well. How nice was it to see her get that goal, albeit by a heavy deflection?
Yeah, it's what Viv does. I think, she scores the first goal for us in Europe, in Paris, in midweek, and she gets a season opener for us at our old club. Yeah, she's just got that ability, and probably should have scored just beforehand. I spoke to her about that, the chip with the keeper. But yeah, just shows her quality at the right moments, and would have been a big day for her today, and it's a tough one to get through because there would have been some nice moments for her today. But I'm sure it's one she is happy that it's been put to bed now.
Thank you. Good. Kit?
Hi, Gareth. Yeah, I was going to ask a bit about it as well. You talked about obviously what a talented footballer it is, but kind of what does it show about, I guess, kind of her psychology and mental ability that she was able to put aside what was going on around her today and get a goal?
Yeah, no, I think it's good, and I think what we've tried to do with all of our players, not just Viv, is just try to create an environment where they're able to be themselves and they're able to be vulnerable at times. And I think, we had some good conversations. I had some good conversations with Viv all week, and I could tell that this game was one that she just wasn't comfortable with, and we understand all of the reasons why. It's really difficult when you go back to a former club, and particularly going back to a club where you've been so long at. So yeah, like I say, I think she's glad she would have put it to one side now.
Yeah, she seemed to, in the second half, have some really nice touches, nice passes, a couple of half chances. Can you explain why you just took her off when she did?
I just think she was indicating to me that she was a bit gassed, and we knew that would happen. I think again when you think back physically what that does to you and mentally, the game you're going into against her old team, it's not like she was an Arsenal player 2-3 years ago and it's the first time she's come back here. She was an Arsenal player up until the last game of last season, so it's really tough. I think when you factor all of those things in, we knew that she probably wouldn't be able to go the full tilt, but it was good that she indicated. We probably pushed her a little bit more, see if we can get more, because you don't want to lose her at that point, particularly like you say in those moments where you could potentially get a goal, but bringing someone like Fowler on, you're replacing quality with quality.
And just lastly, and this is being very hypercritical, but last season maybe one of your few weaknesses was conceding maybe a few too many late goals. You conceded in the 81st minute today. Can you put a finger on why that seems to be the case? You are conceding quite
well. It doesn't help when the ref doesn't give a foul, which you think is a clear foul in the context of the game. I mean, that could be one of the reasons. And of course, that when you're only 1 goal ahead, the team that you're coming up against, I'm sure there's some context behind those stats around conceding late on. The game would have been tight. Teams are throwing the kitchen sink at you a little bit, so it's really tough to deal with those moments. And I haven't seen the potential foul from McCabe But I was informed from the fourth official that they indicated to the referee it should be a foul. So did the linesman. And she decided to go against it, which is her prerogative to do that. Maybe she's seen something that we haven't. She felt that McCabe got the ball, but I just felt it was a dangerous tackle from behind.
Thank you.
Susie?
Hey Gareth,
Hey.
obviously Park's goal was pretty special. How important, what did you think of it, how important are the players you've going?
I knew you were going to ask me what I thought of it. I didn't actually see it. I was coming down from upstairs, but I heard it was good. Still not a chance to see it, but yeah, not surprised with Jessie because I think what we were always challenging Jess when she first kind of re-broke into the team last season when Jill was injured was she was doing so many good things, but can we have the icing on the cake, the final action, the assists, the goals, and she's done that really well. Started the season hot, scored 2 in Paris in the week, and to come here and apparently scored a spectacular goal is really impressive. And again, I think as well with Jess, she gives you everything she's got. You know, for someone who's quite diminutive in terms of her size, she's pressing in the 93rd, 94th minute, really putting the miles in.
Have you told her she didn't see it?
I've just not had time. I've been so many interviews, it's been crazy. So yeah, I will do. I heard it was good, Jess. I heard it was good.
Catherine?
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you'd seen it, but I know you sitting up in the stand. I just wondered why kind of you took that position from that first part of the game and then decided to come down. Is it part of being...
You guys are obviously not. I thought you would have seen me doing that quite a lot last season. Yeah. I just like to get an elevated view. I think it's really difficult to see the tactical game from up there. Of course, we have people who are in those positions who could radio down, but I just feel that I'm in a better position to be able to see and formulate what I want to deliver at half-time to the girls, because I want to make sure that I'm really clear in what I'm seeing and the potential areas that we can exploit. And it's really difficult to see them from down on the touchline. And actually, some of the benches are like even lower than pitch level.
It sometimes seemed like there was a little bit of a gap between the midfield and the defence a couple of times when Arsenal were kind of breaking forward. I guess when you've got like players in Park and Miedema, you see with their goals, it's kind of like risk and reward in terms of playing them. How do you kind of balance that going forward?
Well, it's tough. And we understand that we give up some territory when we press the way we do. So we press a lot with our wingers, it's no secret. And then obviously you can be kind of disjointed with the back four and Yui. But the players have to do it. We have to be on the front foot. I think our pressing wasn't on it today, whereas in Paris on Wednesday it was phenomenal. And it just allowed us to dictate the pace of the game and play almost like a half-pitch practice. And that was our intention today. And at times we did that when we got it right. We forced them into mistakes. And that allowed us to be maintaining possession then around the edge of their box. So we were close to it today, and it's always like half a metre here or there that we're not quite in the right positions. But there's plenty to build on for sure.
Ouahabi's went off in the first half of the injury. How bad that is?
Just I thought it was like a bit of a groin issue. But yeah, we adapt. We have players. I mean, Leila came into that position and immediately showed really good quality in the 5 minutes she was there that enabled Viv to score.
Final question?
I mean, you said you weren't at your best. I mean, both sides showed at the time the lack of sort of match sharpness, which you expect in the first game of the season. The Premier League, I think I might say, have a rule that the top 4 never play each other in the first couple of weeks. Do you think that would help in WSL perhaps? Because this is one of the biggest games of the season to come so early, particularly when you both been playing a European midweek. Isn't ideal for either side.
Yeah, maybe. We had Chelsea second game last season, but you guys entertained today? That's what you want, eh? I think when you look at it, if it was a boring 0-0 draw and we were off it and they were off it, then maybe it's a fair case. But yeah, I'm sure there was lots of entertainment today.
And the keeper, the new keeper, looks very composed.
Yeah, very good, very good. I mean, of course, Chiara did superb last season, and we wanted to push and challenge her, of course. And I think Yamasita is very, very good for the way we want to play. Very calm, very composed, is able to execute a lot of the things we want to try and do. But of course we highly value Chiara as well. And obviously really difficult when you can only pick one. But we have 3 good goalkeepers and we have good competition in that area.
Thank you, everyone.
Cheers guys, thank you.